Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome to ABS News Talk with your one and only anchor man, Chris Ano. And thanks for tuning in. Please, I'd like you to go ahead and hit your share button tonight. We've got so much to talk about. We're going to be talking about the killings in Kumba and the burning of homes in Econa, and of course the burnings in Victoria. Also, we have just learned that homes were burnt down. Francophone homes in particular were burnt down in Victoria today in retaliation of what the French occupying army is doing in Ambazonia. I also got some breaking news coming out from Lebialem. A few minutes ago, I was told that La Republic du Cameroon army was seen packing out in their numbers out of Manjong in Lebialem, and of course so many other things to bring to you. Also, we are learning of the death of six Ambazonians killed in the French Cameroon prison of station Bamenda. Please do not touch your remote. Go ahead, hit the share button. If you are just joining the show, go ahead, hit your share button. Let's get this platform completely saturated. I want to see over 500 today. All right, I'll be right back. Please stay tuned. Once more, good evening and welcome to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. For all of you joining from where we call Ground Zero, that is the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, I'd like to say a special good evening to you. Also like to welcome those of you joining in from Europe, the continental USA, including Canada, South America, the Middle, the Near and the Far East, whoever divided the East. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I'd like you to go ahead, hit your share button, and let us get the social media platform completely saturated. Got so much to bring to you tonight. As I come to you, I learned a few minutes ago that La Republic du Cameroon army was seen observed packing out of Manjong in Lebialem in their numbers. So far, we don't know the reason behind it, but that is the information that is reaching us, that reached us a few minutes ago. I will say about half an hour ago, that this evening it is of course exactly 8:42 p.m. on Ground Zero as at this moment. But this evening, French Cameroon soldiers were observed in Manjong packing out in their numbers, packing out of Lebialem in their numbers. We don't know why they are packing out. We are not stupid to think that, oh, La Republic is pulling out of Lebialem. Not at all. Maybe they just want to send one battalion back and send back away and send back another one. We do not know. But what my intuition tells me what they are trying to do is try to fool the population of Lebialem that finally La Republic du Cameroon's army has moved out or is moving out, or the quantity, the number has reduced, and so, hey, everybody come home, so that schools can resume, the colonial officials can come back, the chiefs can come back, everything can resume, life can resume. I guess this is what they are trying to achieve, because I know in the past 2 months or so, there has been this concerted pressure, effort by the combination of Lebialem elite, talking about the so-called parliamentarian, the senator, the CPDM elite, Lekudo, the so-called Lekudo, the Cultural and Development Organization for Fontem. The combination of these have been trying within the past 2 months in a concerted campaign to make sure that schools and life return to Lebialem come September. Now, I'm sure you guys listened to an audio that was put out there by one guy they call Amber News Line. It's very unfortunate that this guy is siding with people who want normalcy to return to Ambazonia. And I must tell you guys, I thought this guy was a trusted Ambazonian that we could rely on, and I've actually gathered people to support him. I actually asked people to support him. He knows that. But ladies and gentlemen, again, we have to be very, very careful with people out there calling themselves activists who can just put out any information and you think they are being honest, because it beats my imagination to believe that this guy they call Amber Newsline will be siding with people who want to establish normalcy, La République du Cameroon's kind of normalcy back in Lebialem. Next month will make it exactly 1 year that Field Marshal the King was killed. In Lebialem, they thought when they kill him, no mercy will return to Lebialem. It is 1 year after, ladies and gentlemen. No mercy hasn't returned to Lebialem. Their colonial officer hands over there in Chan cannot go down to any office in Menji. Their mayors are out. All their teachers are still out. I mean, every single one of them. Their government delegates, none is back in Lebialem. I mean, Menji is a standstill. But you cannot believe that this activist so-called Newsline guy puts out information saying, oh, we are denying normalcy to return in Lebialem. We should just allow, everything to be opened up. So, but it is unfortunate. But this concerted campaign is going on in Lebialem, and I believe by packing out of Lebialem at this moment, I think La République du Cameroon is trying to get the population thing like they have finally moved out. You can go back, because after this Amber Newsline guy put out that audio, FM 2x2, who is the recognized Field Marshal Commander General in Lebialem, put out an audio, and in that audio he revealed that in Lebialem, as scanty of human being as the place is, the colonial soldiers were still arresting and locking up people, and it was only yesterday, Sunday, that they finally freed people from their jails in Menji, including chiefs, ladies and gentlemen, including chiefs, where Facebook seems to have attacked us and shut us down. But it's good that you on Ground Zero can watch and listen. Facebook appear to have shut us down. That is not strange at all, but let's hope that others can get back to it. We'll restart and start again. But this is what is going on in the Lebialem. Nobody should be fooled. If you are a Lebialemer, precisely from Fontem, where they call Lebang, please do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. La Republic cannot pack out of Lebialem until this war is set and done. If they are pulling out some troops at this moment, I truly believe they're just trying to create an atmosphere of normalcy so that those of you outside may feel like, those of you outside may feel like packing back home and reoccupying your homes. Please, do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. Stay where you are. And we have also made it very plain and clear, ladies and gentlemen, that schools will not be reopening anywhere in Ambazonia, including the Lebialem. Again, for those of you who are schools will not be sorry about that. For those of you who are joining by way of Facebook, we were shut down. So if you are joining back, please just hit your share button and let others know that the broadcast is still going on. So go ahead and hit the share button. Let others who were displaced join the broadcast, please. So again, that is what is going on in Lebialem. We are encouraging every Lebialem, particularly from Fontem LGA. Please, again, do not be deceived. Do not be deceived. This war is not over. The only moment you can rest assured that the war is over is when we declare it and French Cameroon soldiers are permanently out of Lebialem and out of Ambazonia. We have said that no schools are resuming in Ambazonia anytime soon. No schools are resuming in Ambazonia anytime soon. If you are an IDP and you have your children going to school anywhere, let them remain there. Let them remain there. Wherever your children are going to school at the moment, please let those children remain there. Do not rush them to any local government area in Ambazonia in the hope that schools are opening in September. I assure you, those schools will not open. September will be one of those months we assure La République du Cameroon that Ambazonians own the land. Ambazonians own the land, not La République du Cameroon. We are ready and prepared for it. And the restoration fighters are listening. Again, September is going to be one of those months in which we tell La République du Cameroon that we Ambazonians own and control our territory. We will not allow La République du Cameroon to go to the United Nations telling them that schools have all opened. Every normalcy has returned to Ambazonia. And so there is no need, because the reason why Cameroon would want to do this is to make sure to fend off pressure from the international community that says, go to the negotiation table and negotiate and mediate with Ambazonians. So if Cameroon has live normalcy returning everywhere on ground zero, tell me what motivation will push them to come and sit down and talk to us. I hope that those who take information to them are hearing me. They should know that we are very smart and we know every one of their moves. We know every one of their moves. So please, wherever your children are going to school at the moment, let them stay there. Go to school there. Don't send your children to any local government area in Ambazonia in September. And to Fontem people in particular, please do not risk the money that you've worked for all these years to take a child to send back home for schooling. Keep them where they are. It is for your own interest. Keep them where they are. Let them continue their studies there. We are not against any child going to school, ladies and gentlemen. That is why we haven't attacked any school that is currently open. We are not against children going to school, but we think that when you face a situation of war like this one, There are sacrifices that have to be made, no matter how hard they may be. If we can allow people, if people can sacrifice with their lives for this struggle, what is education? Please get your child anywhere where they can find education. That is our position at the moment. But again, for those in Menji, in Fontem local government area, we are not sure that the news that La République du Cameroon army is packing out is anything to write home about. They are, I believe, they may just trying to be changing the troops. We're gonna be looking out to see if in the days to come they're gonna be sending new battalions down to Menji. We are watching that. Ladies and gentlemen, again, for those of you rejoining by way of Facebook, we were shut down. For what reason, I do not know. So continue to go ahead, hit your share button, let the numbers jump back. I'll be right back. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for staying put in there. Again, if you are rejoining by way of Facebook, we were shut down on Facebook. And if you are just rejoining, go ahead and hit your share button to get the audience back on Facebook. I will now take you to a story that came to me this morning from Yaoundé. I bring you some images, and I warn you, these images, they do not look good. The images do not look good. Now look at this this man, the images you find on your screen. The name of this, I don't know whether it's a young man or old man or pa or what, I don't know. Manjong Henry was working for Insult Boys Transport Agency in Obili, Yaoundé. He was abducted. He was abducted and tortured in the prison, and I guess that was inside. Now the lawyer sent in this message to me, and the story goes, his name is Manjong Henry, a worker of Insult Boys Travel Agency in Obili, Yaoundé. He was abducted at Biyemasi, Yaoundé on June 6 this year, 2023, by 4 gendarmerie officers of the Premier Region de Gendarmerie Nationale, Yaoundé, and he was taken to their headquarters opposite the National Assembly, where they handcuffed him. They handcuffed him to a mango tree and got him tortured with machetes, cables, and he says other hard objects, and they damaged his left eye. The deadly torture was in an attempt, they said, to force statements out of his mouth. The 4 gendarmerie officers were joined by their colleagues who tortured Manjong Henry continuously for 2 days, ladies and gentlemen, on allegations that a luggage was dispatched from Insult Boys Travel Agency Bamenda to the agency in Yaoundé containing a bomb, in which they allege he communicated, Henry Manjong communicated with someone, or someone communicated with him about the said luggage. After his inhuman torture after his inhumane torture by officers of the first region, they discovered that he was about to die. And they rushed him to Service Central, and this is a French word, and they rushed him to Sed. They rushed him to Sed on June 8th, where he was detained till June the 23rd. That is about 3 days ago. Until he was detained there till June the 23rd, when he was released after 3 weeks of intense intervention mounted on the authorities by the lawyer. And he writes, note must be taken that the management of Insult Boys abandoned this guy, abandoned him in detention. They did not assist him. The lawyer says he filed complaints against the 4 unidentified gendarmerie officers to the Secretary of State of the National Gendarmerie, the Commander of Premier Region, the Military Tribunal Yaoundé, and the Intelligence Service of the National Gendarmerie, hoping that they will open investigations in order to bring the perpetrators to book. Nothing has been heard from them, and as of the moment, Manjong Henry remains hospitalized. He remains hospitalized in Yaoundé. All right, it appears like I have 2 microphones turned on here, I guess. I'm so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know something else was running in the background. I hope you heard me there, but I was talking about this gentleman called Manjong Henry, who was picked up in Yaoundé. He was picked up in Yaoundé by gendarmes in Yaoundé, taken to Sed, tortured, tied, they said, on a mango tree. He was tied to a mango tree and beaten on his back, as you can see in the back, on the back, with machetes, with cables, and everything that you can imagine. At the moment, he is hospitalized in the hospital in Yaoundé. But this has become a daily occurrence in our territory. This one took place in Yaoundé. Most of what we're going to be talking about is taking place in Ambazonia. We are getting used to this on a daily basis, though it's not something to write home about, of course. This has become, oh my, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I will take a brief minute out to find out what is happening with the audios here. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for waiting. I will now take you to Belo, where we know La République du Cameroon is, even as they pull out of Lebialem, as we are being told, they are occupying Boyo, and they have been occupying Boyo for the past 1 week and counting. I have with me a comrade in the Boyo who is going to share with us what is going on, what has been going on for all of these days. Hello. Hello.
Yes, are you getting me?
Yes, I can get you 5 on 5. Tell me, you are in Boyo.
Good.
What is going on in Boyo?
The fact is that here in Belo, we are, in short, every place is locked up. Like now, we are in the house. We are in our houses. Nobody's out. Afraid of the La République forces. They don't want to see anything male here. They will just shoot you. They will shoot you with no mercy. They are here terrorizing every place. Everywhere you go, you meet them. Either they arrest you, or they take you, they kill you, they take your bodies and throw it elsewhere for your people to find you and then pick you where they have thrown you for go and bury you. That's what they are doing here. They're doing terrible things. Last week they went to Anyajwa, and then one of the countries at Anyajwa there, they looted stores, carried things there, burn what they can burn there, then carry somewhere, then come back to Belo here. To where they're staying.
So majority of the people in Belo, they are still in the bushes.
They are still in the bushes. That's true. And the roads are blocked. Since they came in here, the fighters they said that the cars should not be moving again. And then I heard
hold on. Who stopped the cars? The fighters, our fighters.
Yes, our fighters.
Okay.
They stopped the road. They said the road should not be stopped. The road should not be passing again.
Okay.
So cars are not more going to Bamenda from Belo. And then people are trekking. Even right now, my niece is preparing to trek to Bamenda tomorrow and take it. There are tricks. Worst one is Babanki. The worst one is Babanki. They are just killing people as if they are chickens. In short, I don't understand whether they really value human beings. They don't value them any longer.
So they continue to kill people in Babanki. Have they killed any in the Belo?
Of course, they are killing people in Belo. Even right now, there are some corpses on the way to Bangor there. They are looking. The corpses, they are not recognizing the corpses. They don't know where they are from. They kill people just at will. They will come to your house. They will come to your compound. Even get some food in your compound. After that, they'll come and arrest you. Then just go and kill you.
These corpses that people are finding, are they on the roads or in the bushes?
They are on the road. There are some on the bushes. They are on the road. Yes. They are on the road.
Okay.
But most of the time, when they kill somebody, they take the corpse and then throw in the bush for you to press up before seeing your person.
They kill somebody, they carry the corpse, they throw in the bush so that people have to take time to.
You will have to find a person to find the corpse before you pick it up and bury.
How are people eating in the bushes?
We don't know. We don't know how people are coping. We don't know how people are coping in the bushes, but we just pray that God should shorten this winter to end faster so that people will. In short, with the blocking of the road, we don't know whether the things that are in the stores, when it will get finished, we don't know how they will replace them. So we are just praying that the things it should end there. I beg the guys they should go back to where they're coming from.
What is the spirit? What is the spirit? What is the spirit in the people? Are they bent on saying that they persevere until they leave, or they are feeling tired?
No, they're not tired. People are not tired. They're are persevering.
Okay.
They're persevering quietly.
Okay.
They're not tired. They're not tired. Yes.
Now I understand that they have been trying to. I understand that the army has been trying to force people to open their shops on Monday. Were any shops open there today?
No. The only thing that did funny here in Belo, it was which day? That was just as they just came in. They forced some people in the quarter. They took people from Belo quarter, GDP Jam, and some other nearby quarters. Then bring them.
They took them there and did what?
The place, they clean. They forced them to be cleaning the clean trickle, asking them that shops should be open. Shops that they should come and open their shops and then start selling. That they are even asking people who would like to come and have a shop here in Trickle. Nobody was answering. Nobody was putting hands up. They said no. They
wanted to start distributing the shop by themselves.
Yes, they say if you want a shop and if you don't want to have even money, they can give you money. Nobody showed up. I mean, the people that they were forcing them to clean the three corners.
Yes. Okay. The people who were cleaning three corners were told if they needed a shop there and they don't have money, they can even give them money to start selling there.
Yeah. Yes, that's what they were saying.
Okay.
That's what they were saying. And just after that, they took the pictures that they snap at three corners there and then send them to TV station. And I ever.
They took the images they snapped there and sent to TV stations where in Bamenda or in Yaoundé.
I saw that TV station is in Douala.
Douala, okay. TV. And they broadcast the images to show that Belo was returning to normalcy or what?
No, they were saying the youth of Belo have decided to clean three corners. They clean back Belo. They are saying enough is enough. That the youth are saying that enough is enough. They want to open the shops. This, that. We were just laughing. We know what has passed. So they are framing it. That is there by its own.
That is very interesting. So they got and forced people to clean up the market square. They took images, sent to the television station, and told the television station the youth of Belo are cleaning up the town because they want life back.
Yeah, I say that enough. This is what the youth of Belo are saying, which is a lie, fat lie.
Well, I hope that those who watch that television broadcast will be hearing from people like you who are calling from the ground and calling from the scene. All right, listen, you guys remain safe. You guys remain safe out there, and just make sure that you stay in safe locations until they leave. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I would like to get back to another comrade on the ground in Boyo, who is also hiding in the bush, one of the bushes in Belo. I hope I can get him join me. He had been calling while I was still on the line. But that is what is going on, ladies and gentlemen. I keep telling you people that is what the Republic of Cameroon is trying to do. They are desperately trying to open up Ambazonia. Can you imagine the force, they arrest women, abduct women, take them to the market square, get them to clean up the market square, and they are even volunteering to give these women shops and money to set up businesses. Then they take the images, the videos, send it to a television house in Douala and tell them that this was done by the youths of Belo. The youths of Belo are tired of Amba. They are tired of the separatists, they just want life back. That is what La Republic is trying to do all over the place. Not just in Belo. We see it going on in Fontaine. We see it going on in Mbengwe. We see it going on all over Ambazonia. But I want to appreciate and send a word of thanks and encouragement to our people on ground zero in Belo, in Mbengwe, Lebialem, who are standing up firm to say, until the war is over, they cannot renege. All right, let me, this comrade has a bad connection still. Bad connection there. But I will take you to another subject here that has to do, ladies and gentlemen, with something that happened in Victoria. In Victoria today. This evening in Victoria, a house belonging to a francophone was set on fire in Victoria. We are told that the people who carried out the act were protesting the killings in Babanki, the killings in Boyo, the killings in Ekona in particular. Now I bring you the image of what happened in Victoria today. Let me see if we can locate those images. The images are emerging from Victoria. This is Victoria, ladies and gentlemen. That was Victoria this evening. I'm told this took place precisely around a cassava farm junction. Cassava farm junction in the Victoria. No, taxation. Is it taxation? Taxation? No, yeah, this took place around Cassava Farm Junction in the Victoria. They went out, they burned down this business belonging to a francophone in Victoria. In Victoria. Hello. 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 Yes, sir. I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. I'd like you to give us a little idea of what happened in Victoria today with this fire. What time did this take place?
It was on Saturday, breaking Sunday morning.
Saturday, breaking Sunday morning, okay?
Yes, by around 12:20.
Okay, and this was Cassava Farm Junction and Soul, correct?
Cassava, yes, correct, sir. Cassava Farm Junction.
How many buildings were put down there altogether or were affected?
One building.
One building. And I understand it had different yes, go on. One building.
Yeah, only the main building, which is for the landlord whose name is Mr. Manjong. The building the apartment up have to pick fire. We don't know where the fire came from, but what was really disturbing that there was no fire brigade, no fire brigade to calm down the fire at the major road of Limbe, Victoria.
No fire brigade to stop the fire.
No fire brigade. 3 hours 45 minutes. That fire was burning people's property. The whole place there is made of business place where taxation are even out to take money from people. Taxation from the Republic take money from people and asking if you don't pay, they will lock your shop. Then just pass there on Friday to collect money. Taxation pass there, and Saturday, breaking Sunday, there was a fire burn in that building. and the people are crying. Everybody who has a
What?
shop there.
Oh, there are shops in that building.
It's a
There are
very big
shops in
shop
that building.
worth millions. Yeah, the building it's a business center, it's a business area. People have stocked their shop with millions. A lot of money have lost that building.
What are people saying? What are they saying was the cause of the fire? What are you hearing?
We don't really know the cause of the fire. What people are saying here in Victoria is just we are confused because when it is on 20th May, you will see different kinds of vehicles in the name of fire brigade. The town for an incident of event of fire, but we were surprised. Just 1 month after 20th May, we are not seeing any vehicle that could intervene to quench the fire. So people are really surprised. Who are these people fooling?
So the people think that when you say they are surprised, who are they fooling? Do the people think that the fire was set up by Colombia or army?
We can't really tell because if fire started by 12:20, while some people were already asleep, and some area boys were outside, and it drew the attention of so many people from 12:30 to 12:20 to 3:45, 4 o'clock. We didn't see any intervention from the
fire
government
brigade
officials.
Is there no fire brigade in Victoria?
Brigade. It's only on 20th May that we'll see them marching with their big cars. These are the cars of the fire brigade in Victoria. In any people call and no fire brigade shown up.
Now I understand again that this building with shops was owned by Francophone.
Yeah, it's a building mixed with so many different kinds of people having their shops there. Francophone also the Ambazonia. There are mix. It's a very big house. So everybody, Francophones are Ambazonians.
The house is owned by Francophone and the Ambazonians who are tenants.
Yes, the house is owned by Francophone from Western Province. Is of age. The man is really of age, and the children are the one running now the affairs of the house. So the man is of age. He's still there at well.
Oh. You see in the social media, people are saying this fire was set up. It is only the first one, and they are protesting the killings in a corner.
Yeah, that's why I was so repeat.
So they said they are this fire was set up to protest the killings in a corner, the burnings in a corner. What are you hearing?
Yeah, there are so many stories. We don't know where the fire came from. So we can't say anything. I myself, I can't say anything. I'm not really clear of it. But what we're trying to do is just to help to see whether we can save some people that were down, because we tried to remove people. Some people that were down, they will remove their computers. There's a computer cyber there, so we have to do some help to remove and to make sure that those people will not lose the people down will not lose their thing before the fire will break down.
Yeah.
Some people down were sick, so we don't really know where the fire came from.
Did the fire people, the fire brigade, eventually show up, or the police, the gendarmes?
Till morning, none. Till daybreak, there was no fire brigade, no, none of them, none of them.
Okay.
The two gendarmes that were there were gendarmes.
Okay.
They could not help the situation.
Oh, there were two gendarmes there while the fire was going on?
Yeah, they were there to try to secure. When fire comes up, you know, there are area boys who come to collect this, so they were there trying to see whether they will maintain peace, but
yeah,
not help the situation.
Okay. Okay. So things are calm now. How about was there a ghost town in Victoria today?
Yeah, there was ghost town. There was ghost town. Shops are locked. Only the La Republic people who are opening, some of them are keeping their shop open, and we don't know reason why they are going against Ambazonia laws.
Right. Well, I want to thank you for being there and gathering this information for us. You remain safe out there, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. And just do any follow-up in case there are any, and keep me updated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is happening in the backdrop of what we saw in Babanki. As you heard from the caller, the first caller, he said people are still being killed in the Babanki in their numbers. People are still being killed in Babanki in their numbers. The same thing in Boyo. Now we saw what happened also in the Ekona, where the French Cameroon army walked cowardly into a home in a corner and used their guns to shoot down innocent civilians. Why they fell dead, they used axes, ladies and gentlemen, as we are told, to slice them to death. The images are very gory. I really cannot present those images here, but I want to believe that many of you have already seen those images. It is sad. It is sad. It is sad what we are going through in Ambazonia in the hands of La République du Cameroon's army, that human beings will be sliced to death with axes, and it is done by a trained army. A trained army, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can have those images here. We have, for the gory nature of those images, we have slightly distorted them, and so you would not see them as clear as they are, because we present to you, we present them to you the way they are. We are going to be shut down, I guess, but it's a bad situation. It's a very bad situation. I can't find those images. I can't find those images, but the situation isn't good. But you look at this, as a result of the killings in Moyoka, in the corner, the République du Cameroon army went about burning people's homes. That this took place in Ekona, I believe, after the killings of these 5 civilians in their own homes. This is what the République du Cameroon soldiers are doing in Ambazonia. Look at this too. This is still the handiwork of La République du Cameroon. When they cannot confront Ambazonia restoration fighters, they go after innocent homes in Ambazonia. In the places, the fire you see here is fire set up by French Cameroon army. French Cameroon army. And again, that is the work of the French Cameroon army retaliating Ambazonia restoration forces. When they cannot get them, when they cannot get the Ambazonian ARF, they set homes in fire. They set homes on fire. And what you see here is the handiwork of La République du Cameroon's army. Now, it is very important that we take this information out there, because it is good the international community knows what is going on in Ambazonia. When they drag their legs and pay lip service to the situation on the ground, let's force these images to them through Facebook, through Twitter, every social media platform that we can lay hands on. Let's use it to project to the international community what La République du Cameroon is doing in Ambazonia. Now, when you see images like what is happening in Victoria, the fire in Victoria, and you hear in the social media people say that Ambazonians are retaliating. When people say Ambazonians are retaliating what French Cameroon army is doing in our territory, it is understandable, ladies and gentlemen. It is understandable. I think the moment has come that we don't just fold our hands and lament and say, lament, and they come each day and kill 5, kill 10, kill 3. No, we have to do something. I understand when people are out for revenge, are out to go after the Francophones in our territory. We started this war 7 years ago. We haven't attacked Francophones. We never. But our civilians are killed like cattle. And when people go after Francophone property, as we see in Victoria, I think it makes a lot of sense to me. It makes a lot of sense to me. The moment has come that we go after these people. We go after these people. It is war. If it hurts them, it hurts La République du Cameroon. Let them call off the war. The damage must be collateral. The damage cannot all be on our side. Let's make the damage collateral. If you live anywhere where you find Francophones, if you find Francophones in your country, they are your neighbors. You know their shops. You know where they live. How do you imagine that the French army walks into people's homes, in beer parlors, and slice people with axes to death, and we just sit and lament? If what has happened in Victoria is revenge, so let it be. Let it be. Let's put pain on the Francophones to know that we are in pain. We cannot be in pain in our own territory, and they are in our own territory reaping from us, reaping from the pain. All right. But again, what you see on your screen is the work of the French Cameroon army. Let me take you to another story, this time to a story that came to us also this morning from Bamenda of 6 people, ladies and gentlemen, 6 people killed in Bamenda. 6 people killed in Bamenda, allegedly of food poison. And permit me to add also that we are also learning that the attack in Bamenda, in the Bamenda prison, was also directed at Abdul Karim, who now goes through jail time in Yaoundé without trial. This happened, I think they said, I think early this morning or late yesterday, that 6 prisoners in their prison yard upstation Bamenda were killed through, they said, allegedly through food poison. I got this story coming from the ground, and let me see, I can bring it to you. Now the story says The story says some 6 Ambazonian political prisoners were reportedly killed in the Bamenda upstation prison early Monday. Reports allege that the 6 died from food poison. One of the victims, we have recognized as Tanimu Halidu, disappeared a year ago. He disappeared a year ago from his old town residence in Bamenda. Investigations later linked his disappearance to the family of Alhaji Danpulo, Hamza Jibri. Precisely, the Danpulos set him up. They set up Halidu and got the military in Bamenda to abduct him. For all this time in prison, he was never charged for any crime except that he is Southern Cameroonian. Sources in the prison in upstation Bamenda say he was severely tortured in the hands of one Bija Bija, a La République du Cameroon military commander in Bamenda. We are yet to identify the other 5 who died with him and exactly what type of food that they ate. We have no idea yet. We have also gathered that Comrade Abdul Karim Ali, who is currently locked up at the Kondenge Central Prison in Yaoundé, was one of the targets to be killed in a similar style. As in the case of Tanimu Halidu, the same Danpulo family was behind the arrest of Abdul Karim in Bamenda over a year ago. Alhaji Baba Danpulo is alleged to have paid a huge sum of money to one Colonel Raymond and Bija Bija for the abduction and possible elimination of Abdul Karim. Karim's crime is that he was too vocal against La République du Cameroon's government atrocities in the southern Cameroons. Soon after Abdul Karim was abducted, they called and threatened his wife. Danpulo's family sent agents to call and threaten the family of Abdul Karim. That is what happened. They threatened his wife many times for talking to the international community about the situation. Hamza Jibri, I think they said he is a nephew or something like that to Alhaji Baba Danpulo, was appointed regional councillor in Bamenda. Before these events, he lived in Old Town Bamenda. But he has since taken off for taken up residence in upstation Bamenda, I guess, for fear of his own, for fear of repercussions on his own body, on his own body. Sunday, all right. So that is what I think that is the story there. Ambazonians, this is what is important here. We must continue to put an eye. Again, Ambazonians must continue to put an eye on these prisons and fight for the protection and safety of Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians, held in every one of those prisons arbitrarily. We must continue to put an eye on them. They cannot continue to die in prisons like chicken. If an insider didn't send us this information, we will have no idea that 6 prisoners, political prisoners, died in the upstation prison in Bamenda today. I think we have the image of this Talihu guy who was killed in that prison. Let's see. And this is his image. This is the guy, ladies and gentlemen. This is the guy killed among the 6. We knew the story because an informant sent us information about his death in prison. 6 of them died upstation Bamenda prison today. And the people responsible for his abduction, ladies and gentlemen. First was who? Jibri Aminu or Danpulo or something like that. This is the guy. This is the guy responsible for the abduction of the 6 who died in Bamenda Upstation Prison today. This is the same guy responsible for the abduction of Abdul Karim in Bamenda a year ago. And they threatened his wife with phone calls and asked him to shut her mouth. Now, when this guy was taken to prison, this is the Bija guy, a commander in Bamenda. Look at the face. Everybody, look at that face. A commander in Bamenda who led the torture chamber against the torture of this Halidu, a fellow Ambazonian. Today, he is dead thanks to the torture and the arrest initiated by this guy, Bija. I think they call him Colonel Bija or so. He is a military commander in Bamenda. So 6 people are dead today, they said, allegedly of food poisoning in Bamenda. Thanks to this guy that you see, the guy in black suit. And this is the victim. This is one of the victims. This is one of the victims. Now, this guy was abducted again in Old Town Bamenda around the same time that Abdul Karim was picked up in Bamenda, taken upstation, moved to Yaoundé by, through the complicity of this Danpulo guy called Amadou Jibri. This is his face. This is Amadou Jibri, the Danpulo guy. These are people, ladies and gentlemen, that Ambazonians should fish out in Bamenda. This guy has moved his residence from Old Town to Upstation Bamenda for fear of attacks. But he must be fished out. He must be fished out of Upstation wherever he lives. Upstation, he should have no place to hide in Bamenda. The lives of 6 people are so precious to allow this guy to continue to victimize people innocently. Abdul Karim is in jail in Yaoundé for, I think, over a year now. He has never been tried. The 6 people died in Bamenda without any trial because of this guy and with the complicity with this other guy in the military command in Bamenda. That is what is going on in Bamenda, ladies and gentlemen. 6 of our people killed in Bamenda prison. They said allegedly of food poisoning. We will stay on the story and keep investigating until we know exactly what type of food they ate that killed them. Please don't touch the remote. When I come back, I'll be talking about what happened in the Kumba. I will take you to Kumba and let's know what happened in Kumba. Stay tuned, please.
Yeah. Now what's happened for Kumba today, this afternoon? Gendarme for control, the mobile control spot for no good reason as he break this boy. The boy insists for goal. He just decide for move gun shooting. Just like that, for no good reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, you are watching there at what happened in Kumba yesterday. This is what I have learned. I give you the information that I have learned as to exactly what happened in Kumba. Somebody sent in the story to us. He says, late yesterday at about 4 p.m., that is in Kumba, while in one of the stalls close to the Kumba District Hospital mortuary, he says, I suddenly saw a corpse wrap on an Okada approaching the entrance to the mortuary. About close to 250 other Okadas riders were following the corpse and blaring their horns. The reporter says, I inquired from one of the Okada riders who had this to tell me, and I quote, it says, the terrorist gendarme officers went to where some young men were relaxing in the Fiango neighborhood after some physical exercise and accosted one of them saying he is under arrest. They accosted one of the two who were shot and said he was under arrest. When the guy was shot and killed, demanded to see the warrant for the arrest, he was immediately, instantaneously shot and killed on the spot, according to our source here. The bullet, he said, pierced through his chest and hit the second person, who is now in the hospital battling to save his own life. That happened again yesterday, Sunday evening, around 4 p.m. in Fiango, Kumba, and the images that you see are the images of the incident coming from the place. So gendarmes come to the location and said they want an identity and they want to arrest the guy. And the guy says, show me your arrest warrant. And instead of presenting an arrest warrant, they pulled the gun, shot this guy through the chest, right through the chest. I have seen the images, as you can see out there. Shot him right through the chest, and the bullet passes through to the person behind him, and that person is still battling for his life at the hospital in Kumba. That's what happened in Kumba yesterday. Again, this is what is happening all over Ambazonia. The question, ladies and gentlemen, is what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Do we just sit still and see this continue to happen? Some people have said, you know what, it is time that we take up arms against Francophones and go after them too. I say that do whatever you can do. That will cause La République du Cameroon to hear us. Whatever you can do to cause La République du Cameroon to hear us, to know that we are mad, to know that we are angry. Let's do it. Let's do it. We cannot keep on depending on the international community, and the international community doesn't show up, doesn't care. I mean, in 1 week, within 1 week, we've probably had close to 100 people, over 60 in Big Babanki, ladies and gentlemen, over 60 in Big Babanki, over 5 in Belo, then 5 in the corner. Now we have Kumba and other places. And this happens day in and out. We cannot fold our hands and just hope that some international community that exists somewhere will see this and do something. Nobody will free us. We will have to free ourselves. And so I encourage everybody on ground zero, whatever you can do to gain your liberties and your freedom, go ahead and do it. Freedom is not cheap. Liberty is not cheap. People have paid for it. We got to pay for it. Those of us who are still alive have to sacrifice and pay for it through our own actions. That's all that I can say to you today. I will open the phone lines, and if you are on ground zero, go ahead and call. But before you call, make sure that please shut down the volume of your phone. The volume of your TV set. If you want to, before you call, make sure you shut down the volume of your set. I like to hear from you, especially if you are in any of these action areas. Go ahead and call on the line you find on your screen. Let me know what is going on. And if you are in the Lebialem in Manjong, I like to hear from you also. Let's know what is happening in Lebialem with I learned a pulling out of French Cameroon forces in that place. So the phone line is open again. Remember to shut down the volume of your television set before you call. I realize that all this why every time we are live, electricity is shut down on ground zero. We get that information again and again. But I want to believe today will be different. So go ahead and call as the phone line is open. The phone line is open. All right. Let me see those of you, some of you who are sending messages here. Okay, the phone line is open, ladies and gentlemen. All right, if the phone line, if there are no phone calls, I guess nobody is watching, maybe, but I see close to 400 on the social media. And I don't know what is happening to ground zero. I guess nobody has a question, has a contribution to make. I will just call it a night. I am not really in the mood either today. I don't know why, but let me remind you before I shut this down. Let me remind you, Wednesday, you do not want to miss the broadcast on Wednesday. I have two very special guests, two very important guests joining me on Wednesday. It will be illuminating and inspiring, educating too. So take note, mark your calendar for the show coming up on Wednesday. And I will return to my set on Wednesday. So please stay tuned and join the show. Hello. 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 Please, I cannot hear you. A lot of noise in your background. I can't hear you. A lot of noise in the background. All right. Again, you can go ahead and call. The phone line is still open. The phone line is open. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if there are no calls, I want to believe that it is the moment to call it off today. Again, I will be back on the Wednesday with a very powerful presentation, a powerful show. So stay tuned for Wednesday. Let's get to this caller here. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Washington.
Okay, thanks for the call. What is on your mind, sir?
What I'm going to tell you is I learned something from one congress from Yaoundé saying that, most of the parliamentarians and most of the so-called elite have pulled a lot of their people out of Ambazonia, and they work with the military that go this way. If you see a person kill them impunity, that's why you see the killing is going on. It's not really like the people of the military want to do this. The so-called elite has given the instruction because they pull their own people out, and they say do what you want, you can do, unless they wish so that we can go back. So the killing is done by our own people.
Yeah, I have no doubt about that, the blacklegs and the enablers among us are giving them the intelligence. But these parliamentarians, the chiefs that you are talking about, do they ever live in the Ambazonia? Of course not. They moved their families to Douala and to Yaoundé, so that they are the ones doing this, giving the instruction. I don't want to buy that. I don't want to buy that. Their families have since left ground zero.
Yes, but we keep on going through hell because we have the black legs, and what is going on is really a sad story because the people have decided to just pull their gun on our people.
You know what? I really think that instead the people who are the number one problem in our territory, they may not even be these parliamentarians, because I bet you if you put those parliamentarians for a referendum vote, they will vote Ambazonia. Our main problem now, the biggest traitors, enablers, are francophones in Ambazonia, francophones in Bamenda, francophones in Boya, francophones in Kumba. Wherever they are, somebody was telling me a story yesterday. He said a lady went to a shop in Kumba, maybe around Fiango, and was buying something, and the seller happened to be a francophone. And while this woman was checking out, the seller received a phone call. No, the seller made a phone call and was informing the military, the francophone military in Kumba, that Amber boys were gathered somewhere drinking. Thank God for this lady who pretended as if she heard nothing and heard the description of the location that the seller, this francophone, was given to the military. And what she did was, immediately she left that shop, she walked past that location where the Amber boys were and reviewed the information, and they all vanished. Immediately they disappeared. Minutes after, the military was there in their numbers. So francophones are a problem. They are the blacklegs, the biggest traitors within us. Yes, go on, sir.
Which is true, but Congress, what we need to do, even though they're saying pull money, people are not pulling. We need only to send fireball on the ground like bombs.
Correct.
That's all what we can use to succeed.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Let me get this other caller here. Thank you for the call, sir. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Can you turn down the volume in the background? A lot of noise in the background.
Okay.
Can you walk away from the noise in the background, please?
You say what?
Can you walk away from the noise in the background?
Yeah.
All right, go on. It's better now. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from in Gambia, Smiling Coast, West Africa.
Oh, the Gambia. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You are watching
Yeah,
it by
but
television or by social media?
social media.
Wonderful. What is on your mind, sir?
Me, I'm just like you. Just why I'm taking your number to call you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Chris.
Crazy.
Yes.
But my name is Bucks.
All right. Thanks for the call, sir. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I so like you. That's why I'm calling you.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. But you never know. African people, you don't know.
All right. Good night. Okay. The phone line is still open, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and call. Somebody says, what I want to suggest is that you take all the recent pictures of the killings to the United Nations in an organized protest. Take all the pictures to the United Nations in an organized protest. Okay, that is his own opinion out there. Hello. Okay, I guess the caller dropped that call. The phone line is still open. You can go ahead and call. All right. Hello.
Hello. Great to see you, Secretary Chris.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Where are you calling from? I know you are calling from Ground Zero. Where on Ground Zero?
In the Republic, sir.
Okay. Thanks for the call. What is your contribution?
Yes, I have some few things to say here. The
right.
first thing is that I just tuned in a few minutes before I started hearing you. So I'm very happy that you are coming up now. It's a good start. But this is what I have to say. First of all, La Republic are amongst us, and they hear what we say.
Right.
But our people are the biggest problem. Our people are the biggest problem. This is the problem. When they have heard that a military has died somewhere, the first thing is just evacuate that place. If you stay there, they will come in and they will burn you people off. That is the trouble. Now, when they like you said, how can you be fighting? How can you be fighting? And you are coming in an open air, and you are drinking, and you are making a lot of noise. How can these people not understand simple things in life?
Yeah.
How can they not understand simple? We are in the war zone. We are in the war situation. They should know this. How come that this thing has disappeared in their mind very fast? How comes? How comes that they don't know that? How comes that up till now, my president, these people don't know the method of the republic? How comes? Why are they stupid? Why are they being dumb? Even as you are saying now, it's because they have refused to hear. They have refused to hear from people that they're not supposed to hear from. They have refused not to do what you have been calling for.
You can imagine for how long we have been saying that. I mean, for the duration of this war, we have been saying Francophones are our enemies, because they cannot say they are our brothers and sisters, and they are blacklegs, they are informants, they are traitors, and they have never taken to the street, not in Douala, not in Bafoussam, not in Yaoundé, to protest what their army is doing against our people.
And they will never say it. They will never say it in their media. And our
the media doesn't say it. You're right. The media doesn't report it. Even our own media has been cajoled to stay away from these stories. You see all these killings in Babanki, in Boyo, in Ekona, in Kumba. You have not seen. Today is Monday. These things happen over the weekend and none of their newspaper is carrying it.
They love it. They love the killing. We are the people that are crying. They love it. Because if they don't love it, they will go on the street like they did before and stand on the street. They only come and stand when they hear false news from our brothers.
Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Don't be surprised. The house on fire in Victoria, don't be surprised to see it in their papers and their televisions tomorrow saying, oh, houses burned down. Suspected ambers burned down a house in Victoria. But people are killed and they say nothing, right? Nothing.
Yes, and our people also want to have sense. They don't want to see into that. How long will you stay with your enemy and you know the method of the enemy and you still continue to kill you, continue? What are they even defending over there? What are they defending there? They bring product from the farm, they cannot sell. They are suffering. What are they defending? Did they want that they should finish them?
Right, thank you. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the call.
It's hurting, it's hurting.
All right, the phone line is open, ladies and gentlemen. The phone line is open. If you have been trying to call, go ahead and call. Go ahead and call. If I know quite a number of you have been trying to call to no avail, go ahead and call now. The phone line is open. All right, so again, ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday I'm going to be having a very special show with a very special guest on Wednesday. Please put that on your calendar and be part of the broadcast. I am just not in the mood today to do this show here, so I will call it a day, and I look forward to seeing all of you again on Wednesday. A very special show with very special guests. Please remain safe out there and good night.